It's Saturday, and I thought I'd have a crack today at a one-day build. So I've drawn some plans. I don't know how good they are, but let's find out. I have all this old timber that came from the fence, and I have a feeling if I hit it with this and rip some of this roughness off it, we're probably going to end up with some reasonably nice wood that I can use for table legs. So what am I building today? I'm going to build a coffee table. So after a fair amount of sanding with all I have actually, which is 60 grit and then 120 grit, we've gone from a piece of timber that looked something like this to a piece that now looks something much more like this. And it's actually come out pretty well. I love all the pitting in it. I love all the texture in it. Probably should have been sanding outside. The entire garage, the floor, everything is now covered in this horrible old fence dust. However, it was raining when I started, so I couldn't do that. Secondly, I really could do with some better tools. I'm using an orbital sander with now only 120 grit sandpaper because I've run out of 60 grit. I really could do with a planer. A planer would just take the surface right off. It would be fantastic. But hey, this project is about doing what I can with what I have at home. Right, so that's the main frame now sanded down and ready to go. What I've loved about this process is taking timber that looked like this and bringing it back to a surface that when it's going to be lacquered is going to be fantastic. I've drilled pilot holes through here, but I do want to recess these screws into there, so I'm going to use a bigger drill bit now to drill an extra hole just part way down so that this can recess into the wood. I now have a frame that is lovely and flat and made out of this great recycled timber. Now I had thought about putting a concrete top on this, but I've got a whole pile of old floorboards over there that actually would, tongue and groove style, fit really nicely as a top on this. So I might have a crack at putting those on here, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so this is the table now. I've got the old flooring material bound together as tightly as I can get it. Now I'm working upside down, so I have no idea what the other side looks like, but I actually had this anchored and I had it bound all really tightly together. Then I put a sheet of MDF inside here and screwed all of that wood to the MDF so it doesn't move. From then I've got these little spacer blocks here where the frame is screwed to that and down into the tabletop. After all that work, it pretty much sucks because this wood didn't bind together correctly. And there's actually a big enough gap for me to get my ruler into there. I don't know whether you can see that on camera or not. I actually don't know what I'm doing when it comes to flooring, which is fair enough. Yeah. Plan B. Don't know what plan B is. Better figure it out, eh? There we go. One coffee table. Now I did end up cheating and just putting a piece of plywood on top of here that I went down to the hardware store to buy, so that's not recycled. But the rest of it's all recycled out of old fencing material, and all that's left to do, give it a coat of varnish to look after it. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that one-day build. If you like these videos, subscribe. There should be a subscribe link somewhere and some other videos you can check out. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers!